Sunny, what are you doing out? Am I going to have to get Sunny again? Listen, I don't want a repeat of the last montage that I did. Ooh, I started flying from there. The last montage I did trying to get you put back to where you needed to go. Oh. Hey everyone, this is Jushik and welcome back to another episode of AutoCraft Season 6. I hope you are all having a fantastic start to the new year, 2026. It's incredible how fast 2025 went, and I'm so excited for everything I've got planned for this new year. Now, listen, I know that I'm not uploading on any sort of consistent basis, but I have really enjoyed all of the videos that I created in 2025, and I'm so proud of myself for how I've sort of upped my game when it comes to creating content this last year. Now, with that said, I do hope that I'm a little bit more consistent with some video uploading in 2026. I would like to get on some sort of consistent basis as we move forward into this new year. You know, there is a funny joke that I have with some of the AutoCrafters on the server. We joke a little bit sometimes how I'll be gone for a couple weeks or a couple months and sort of completely disappear off the grid, and then I'll come back and start working on some really big project totally out of the blue. And this episode is no exception to that. I am finally going to be starting on our official base for season 6. I am so excited to get working on this. I have been planning this for months and months and months, and I am really looking forward to see it come to life. Before we get started on the base though, I want to head over to the starter area and just check things out. There's been a lot of things that have been added and changed to that area that I want to explore a little bit. And there's one really important thing I have to do with a little special friend that we have over at our starter lighthouse. Ah, our beautiful lighthouse. Now, I have been on in the last few days, and so I have checked all my barrels. I do need to do some restocking of some things, especially the sand items, which I might be able to do in this episode. But there have been a lot of people that have purchased some prismarine items, and so I went ahead and restocked those as well. And we're going to start upping that process a little bit more over the next few weeks so that way I can build a bigger shop in our official shopping district in the Nether. You also saw as I came out of the portal that I had this beautiful brown shulker box here. This was a Christmas present from Bear. I am so appreciative. I already got everything out of there. There was some wood and there was a diamond. I absolutely loved it. I've already used some of the wood and some of the things that I've been working on. So thank you so much to Bear for this really great gift. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, I have been a neglectful... Sunny, what are you doing out? Am I going to have to get Sunny again? Listen, I don't want a repeat of the last montage that I did. Ooh, I started flying from there. The last montage I did trying to get you put back to where you needed to go. Oh. Yeah, I should help her out. Are there any leads? There's a lead. Great. Maybe I won't need the lead. Maybe I can jump on. Nope, sure can't. Maybe I'll come up here. Sunny. What are you doing to my friend Rosie? Come here. Come here. And I did it. Okay. Now I just got to remember how to fly these things because I absolutely don't remember. Oh no, how do I, oh, I just have to look the direction. I forgot. It's been a minute. Okay. So it looked like, Sunny, how did you get out of here? How are the other ones in place and you got out? Okay, let's flick these. Darn it. Let's go down. Let's get you back in the stalls. I'm gonna move back just a little bit. And then I'm gonna do this and press, nope, and press, and hopefully, okay, that looks like it's working. Okay, now what I really came over here for is to say I have been, oh, look at this beautiful path. See, there are so many things that have just been added and changed since look at over there. Anyways, there are so many things that have been added and changed since I have recorded anything. I've been on and seen some things, but since I've recorded anything, and I'm excited to share it. But this path is totally new. It looks great. What I came over here for, though, is that I have been such a neglectful ghast owner, and I feel terrible about it. I've been thinking about it for months, how awful that I've been treating my ghast by not giving him his name. And I've had the name for quite some time, I just have not gotten on to take care of it. And I have to apologize directly to you, sir. I am so sorry that I have not given you your name yet. But I am excited to share that I have selected a name, and it was from a comment on my last video by Bear, and I have decided to name our ghast Ghaston. I think that's so cute. It's so funny. Now listen, I'm not a huge Ghaston fan of all the Beauty and the Beast characters. Not my favorite, but I think it is a perfect name for a ghast, and I spelled it like the name or the word ghast, which is pretty cool. So I hope that Ghaston is living his absolute best life over here in the stalls, and maybe before we leave today, we'll take him out on a little bit of a trip. Now, I don't want to record too much of me exploring the area because I don't know really what has been shared and what hasn't yet. I'm still working on catching up on everybody's videos. But I do want to check this out first. If you remember my episode 1, probably episode 2, definitely not episode 1, Rosie and Geo and I went into a trial chamber and we completed it without dying. All three of us survived. It was an incredible feat, in my opinion, mainly because I'm just terrible at taking care of myself when it comes to death. But we did that. And so we created the Trial Society, and Rosie put together this really great build. And since then, we have added a few members to the Trial Society. So there are some rules here. The biggest rule is that you have to complete the trial chamber without dying in order to be accepted as a member of the Trial Society. So this has been really fun to watch and see all the people who have tried the trial chambers and have done it successfully and have joined our little society. And yes, it's a society. It's not a cult like anybody will have you believe. The other thing I wanted to make sure that I check out, because he did honestly such a fantastic job with it, is the chicken battle area. So Mr. Fireflyer, who owns that lighthouse over there, one of now 4 lighthouses on the server, which is pretty great, he created a game called Chicken Battle, and I had full intentions of joining. I was actually originally part of this team, the cold team, but my schedule just would not allow me to have any sort of free time to make this work. So I had to bow out, unfortunately. Hopefully no spoilers, but if it is, make sure you go check out all of their perspectives, all 3 teams' perspectives, to see all the tasks that they did. But it was a really cool event that Fireflyer put on, where he created secret tasks, and you were needing to essentially, by the end of the game, have the most amount of chickens. And so you could complete tasks to buy things from a store or to buy eggs or things like that to help you get chickens. So it was a really, really cool event. I hope that we'll do something like it again in the future and have some more time to actually participate. The other part of his build for the chicken battle game is this library, which I think turned out really great. He has done such a great job with this. And if we come inside here, this really cute trophy for the chicken battle with the cold chicken on it. I'm so happy for the team that won here and the members of the team. So if you come in here, here's Fireflyer with his little chicken mask. I think it looks really great. He created just some rooms where you could look at the tasks and see what was up and just commemorate everything that was the chicken battle. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Mr. Fireflyer for organizing this event and putting everything together. I think you did a really fantastic job. I'm so impressed, and hopefully we can come up with something cool in the future to do, and maybe I'll be a little bit more involved with that one than I was able to with this one. All right, next up on my list of to-dos, we are here in the Nether, where, again, Mr. Fireflyer is just doing a great job leading the charge for the Nether tunnel area. So I'm going to use this, going to fly up, and this is the start of the Nether tunnels, which I think looks really great. My lighthouse and things are down this red tunnel, and I actually want to work on, before I work on the base, I want to work on designing my tunnel here. And so before I get here, I've already done sort of like a little bit of a prototype for part of the tunnel. I just want to show that off a little bit, and then we'll check in afterwards when everything's completed. So Because I am the Prismarine seller of the server, I wanted to do something that incorporated the Prismarine in some sort of way. So I think this is sort of what I'm imagining at the moment, some Prismarine and basalt on the bottom, black stone on the sides. And then I thought it would be cool, since you can't actually have water in the Nether, to use blue glass to sort of show water, like there was a little water path all the way down. So this will connect all the way down to the end here, the end of this tunnel, which is right down there. The end of this tunnel actually links us to another set of tunnels. So they can use that side as a shortcut over here. We can use this side as a shortcut to over there. And my portal here is right in the center. If I like how this design turns out when I make my portal for my official base, which I think is somewhere this way as well, we will use the same design for that portal as well, so that everybody knows that it's me. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work and see if I can get this tunnel completed, and I will check back in with you once everything is done. All right, I have mostly finished the tunnel here. The only thing I'm missing is that I would like to incorporate some of the new copper chains. So I need to wait for those to oxidize, but I'm going to add some of those probably along the walls here. But I made some changes to the original thing that I showed you. I decided to use just like regular prismarine instead of dark prismarine on the sides, and use that for the ceiling as well. I thought that looked better with this block here, this prismarine block. And then I had more tuff flying around than I had basalt, and I didn't really want to go find some basalt. So I changed to tuff in the in-between blocks here, and then did some chisel blocks. But it follows this pathway all the way down. I think the water features looks really good, and it sort of will follow all the way through. And then that gets us to this other side where we meet up with, I believe, the blue tunnel is that way, but we'll use this as sort of the in-between here. And then obviously I'm mostly off of the red tunnel because it's the tunnel that I'm closest to. So we'll be able to find it here. I have done enough stalling for one episode. What I think I want to do now is I need to find a deep, lukewarm or warm ocean area, which is where I would like to do my build. And so I'm going to go searching for that, and I will meet up with you with all of the materials that I've needed to gather and things like that in just a moment. I think I have officially found where I'm going to build my big base. So I actually came out to my industrial district, which is back that way, and I knew that I had some lukewarm ocean somewhere around me, and I did some flying and found this spot. It's kind of low. It's sort of the perfect Y level for the build that's going to stick out of the water a little bit. As you can see, I've already put down 2 conduits there because obviously I need to be able to see and breathe while I'm building. So at the beginning of season 6, I hinted a little bit that I would be building an underwater base because I chose the prismarine blocks as my primary selling blocks for the season. So I actually, when I was doing research for season 6, I came upon this picture that'll show up on the screen now, which after doing some additional research, I found out is actually a Marvel character or a Marvel comic character named Namor or Nabor. It's pronounced both ways. He is sort of the king of the sea, king of underwater realms. And I thought the image looked really cool, and I thought it would look really great as a skin, and it sort of became the basis of everything that I was doing for my major build here on season 6. So taking that image into account helped me decide how I was going to plan my season around an underwater base. And so this is what I've been working on. Today's episode is not going to complete the base at all. I'm just going to get the first major structure down, as well as the structure that will house our nether portal and our little entrance bay. So I'm going to get working on that, and I will check back in when we are finished. All right, I have finally finished what I've been working on. It's taken quite a long time, much longer than I anticipated, with all of the drowns that were causing me issues and all of the times that I changed into swim mode instead of standing mode. It was very frustrating to build. And then on top of that, I had to clear all of the water, and I wanted to save you from having to watch that. So at this point, the first phase of my build is done. I'm standing currently on the tower that houses our entrance from the outside world, essentially. So you can fly up to this tower, which comes out a little bit from the water. We'll check that out in a second. And you can just hop down and get into my base. Or there is the nether option, which I will show you once we get inside. So I want to go into free cam first before we head inside, just so you can see what the vibe is for this build and to talk a little bit about some plans that I have in the future. So here in free cam is everything that I have built so far. I started with a central holding place in the middle here, which houses my nether portal. So that'll be a pretty great way for people to come visit me through the nether, sort of central to my base. I've got this circular path, a circular hallway that leads to 4 sections of hallway to expand the base even further. And I have the first build off of one of those hallways. Like I said, this is the tower that houses the entrance from the outside world into my base. So the tower sticks out a little bit from the water. I could have dug out a little bit more so that the tower didn't go above the water, but I was trying to figure out how I wanted people to come in from the top if they were traveling thousands of blocks for some reason by air. And so I thought this was a cool way to do that with this top. And you'll probably recognize this design a little bit. It's very similar to what I used in season 5 for the tower that I had the end crystal on towards the middle and the end of my season. So I borrowed that and changed up some of the textures and things like that and created this tower here. So I'm going to go ahead and get back out of free cam. And let's go ahead and hop down and check things out. I've not decorated or anything like that yet, so that is still very open. I'm not sure sort of what interior vibe I'm going for, but I really wanted to use and utilize these sort of teal and blue-green blocks, since I am the person that sells prismarine. And so those are sort of the basis of the build here. So here's that little entrance area. I'm gonna shut this door. And you'll come through all of these hallways here, which again will be decorated with something I just don't know yet. And then we have our circular path here that will bring us around to each section of the build. So that all looks the same on that end as well. And then in the center here, again, eventually will be decorated. I do like this water feature though, so I think I'm going to keep this in here. But this is our nether portal area, which is pretty nice. And it takes us to the blue line, I believe. So my lighthouse is on the red line and my main base is on the blue line. So I think in the future, I'm going to be adding definitely a storage facility. I would like to dabble into some automatic storage. So I'm going to have to do some research on that. I've never really built an auto sorter storage system before. So I'm going to have to check some videos out and watch some creators that have done that successfully. I also want to include some sort of greenhouse/animal area and a place to do like potions and enchants and things like that. That third room could sort of be up in the air. If you have any ideas of what that third space could potentially be other than an enchant or potion area, I would gladly take any advice that you might have. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this episode of AutoCraft Season 6. As always, if you liked it, please make sure you like and subscribe on the video and leave a comment to let me know that you're watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.